Colombia, a country renowned for its natural beauty and rich cultural diversity, is also home to controversial and unique customs. From mothers-in-law overseeing their sons-in-law on the wedding night to bizarre sexual experiences, such as men having their first sexual encounter with donkeys, Colombian culture presents a multifaceted picture of the intersection between tradition and modernity. Additionally, sexual dance rituals and sex tourism, along with the legality of prostitution, reflect the complex dimensions of this society, where cultural values and views on sexuality are constantly being challenged and redefined. These issues are not only part of everyday life in Colombia, but also captivating stories that attract the attention of tourists and researchers alike. When it comes to the wedding night, many might imagine romantic and intimate moments shared privately between the newlyweds. However, in some rural communities in Colombia, the wedding night isn't purely a private affair. According to ancient customs in these areas, the bride's mother will sit and observe, and even guide her daughter and son-in-law through their first moments of married life. While it may seem unusual, this tradition holds deep cultural significance. In the context of Colombian culture, the bride's mother is not just a peripheral figure in the wedding, but plays an important role in educating her children about love and marriage. This tradition stems from the belief that the wedding night can be tense and nerve-wracking for newlyweds, especially if they lack much romantic experience. The presence of the bride's mother is not only meant to offer guidance but also to create a safe space for the young couple. She will sit quietly in a corner of the room, carefully observing, and if any issues arise, she won't hesitate to provide necessary instructions. Though it may sound peculiar, locals believe this supervision helps the couple feel more secure and symbolizes the mother's love and responsibility toward her daughter during this crucial transition. In the custom, where the bride's mother witnesses the couple's wedding night, her role is typically limited to guidance, not direct participation. The mother will observe to ensure that the young couple performs the wedding night ritual correctly and will offer advice or direction if any complications occur. Her presence is meant to instill confidence and ensure the couple begins their married life smoothly. However, direct involvement in the intimate moments is not part of the custom, as that would go against the values of privacy and intimacy that the wedding night represents for the couple. Thus, the bride's mother acts as a supervisor and mentor, but does not interfere with the couple's actions. This tradition reflects the community's emphasis on fostering a strong marital bond while respecting the couple's privacy and personal space. In Colombian culture, the wedding night is not merely a personal event, but a communal celebration. The connection between husband and wife is not just physical but also emotional and spiritual. Those who uphold this custom believe that the bride's mother's supervision strengthens the relationship and ensures a positive start to married life. Additionally, many believe that witnessing the couple's intimacy can give the bride's mother a sense of satisfaction in knowing that she has prepared her daughter for a happy and fulfilling married life. In this context, the role of the bride's mother is emphasized far more than that of the groom's mother. The main reason for this is that the bride's mother often shares a closer and more intimate relationship with her daughter. The involvement of the groom's mother in the wedding night could create an uncomfortable atmosphere for both parties. Therefore, having the bride's mother act as the supervisor creates a safer and more comfortable space for the couple. Similarly to the groom's mother, the participation of the father-in-law or the bride's father in supervising the wedding night is generally deemed inappropriate and could create awkwardness for the couple. The father-in-law, often focused on protecting his son and supporting the couple, would make both the bride and groom feel uncomfortable if he were involved in supervising this intimate moment. Likewise, the bride's father, who is responsible for safeguarding his daughter and blessing the couple during the wedding, would create an uneasy atmosphere by participating in the wedding night, which is an important and private moment. The bride's mother not only serves as a protector, ensuring her daughter is shielded from difficulties, but also represents the bride's family, responsible for ensuring that her daughter will be well cared for in her new married life. Although this tradition typically requires the presence of the bride's mother, if she is unavailable, other family or community members may take on the supervisory and guiding role. A grandmother, aunt, or older woman may be chosen as a substitute, bringing the necessary experience and wisdom to support the couple on their wedding night. Additionally, a sister or close friend may be invited to create a more comfortable atmosphere. In some communities, a religious leader or marriage counselor may also participate, offering guidance on marital and sexual values, to help the couple better understand their roles and responsibilities in married life. The wedding night is not only an important event in the couple's personal lives, but also symbolizes the beginning of a strong relationship. Colombians believe that harmony in sexual relations is a crucial factor in the marital bond. The bride's mother's presence during the wedding night can be seen as a way to reinforce and ensure that the couple starts their marriage on a solid foundation. In Colombian culture, sexuality is often regarded as an essential part of marriage. Physical intimacy is not merely an act but also a spiritual connection between two people. This custom reflects the community's respect for building a harmonious and lasting married life. The bride's mother, as the supervisor, helps the couple understand the importance of sexuality in their marriage, strengthening their bond and connection. While this custom may be seen as traditional, in modern society, many young Colombians are abandoning or adapting these practices to align with contemporary views on privacy and individual freedom. They seek other ways to build their relationships without the need for family supervision during intimate moments. Some couples now feel that having others witness their private moments can cause pressure and stress. They prefer to build their relationships based on mutual trust and respect without external oversight. The custom of the bride's mother witnessing the wedding night can be regarded as a traditional cultural practice with deep meaning, representing the family's responsibility in supporting and guiding newlyweds. Though it may no longer be as common in modern society, this custom remains part of Colombia's cultural heritage, reflecting traditional values surrounding marriage, love, and family. Located along the crystal blue Caribbean coast, Cartagena stands out not only for its enchanting colonial architecture, but also for preserving unique cultural practices. In the rural outskirts of Tierra Baja, a controversial tradition has existed for generations. Farmers allow local young men, particularly adolescent boys, to engage in sexual relations with their donkeys. They assert that this is a traditional practice that harms no one, though it has drawn attention from cultural researchers and animal rights organizations alike. Considered a custom that dates back centuries, having sexual relations with donkeys is not just seen as a manifestation of sexual desire, but also as a part of a young man's coming-of-age journey. Remarkably, this tradition is not new. It was even referenced in the literature of Nobel Prize-winning author Gabriel Garcia Marquez, who skillfully wove tales of daily life, including human peculiarities, to paint a vivid picture of Colombian society in his works. The farmers of Tierra Baja take pride in this practice, viewing it as an integral part of their lives. They argue that allowing young men to have sex with donkeys helps them relieve the stresses of daily life and fosters a sense of connection with the animals they care for. According to men in Cartagena, many of them had their first time with a donkey. They claim that this experience is entirely different from being with a woman, something that many find difficult to explain. They believe this act is unique and offers a fresh perspective on maturity. Locals explain that this tradition not only serves as entertainment but also helps deter homosexual behavior within the community, providing a way for men to express themselves when they don't yet have girlfriends or wives. In their belief, having sex with donkeys also enhances both the strength and length of the male organ, a notion that is highly controversial and unrecognized in many other cultures. One key point of note is that during this practice, the young men do not use condoms, as they believe that the rubber could harm the donkeys. This has raised significant concerns from animal rights organizations regarding the animals' safety and well-being. Although this practice is considered normal and culturally significant in Cartagena, it has not escaped the criticism of international organizations such as the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals (RSPCA). They argue that allowing young men to engage in sexual acts with donkeys is an act of bestiality and a crime that needs to be stopped. The RSPCA stresses that animals deserve respect and fair treatment, and using them for entertainment purposes is unacceptable. Despite strong opposition from these organizations, local residents maintain their stance. They argue that sexual relations with donkeys do not harm the animals, and in fact, the donkeys are well cared for and live healthy lives alongside their owners. This is not a sacred tradition but rather a long-standing custom. Locals even cite its mention in the literature of Nobel Prize-winning author Gabriel Garcia Marquez. In September, during the Sydney Film Festival, a film titled Donkey Love, which depicts this peculiar sexual practice, was screened and won 3 consecutive awards. The practice of young men in Cartagena, Colombia, engaging in sexual relations with donkeys is not an official or widely recognized tradition. It may originate from certain local reports or legends, but there is no concrete evidence to suggest that this is a common and accepted custom within Colombian society. Cartagena, with its charming colonial architecture and stunning beaches, is not only a top tourist destination but also a place that preserves unique and controversial cultural traditions. The practice of sexual relations with donkeys, though shocking and criticized from various angles, remains an inseparable part of local life for some. This reflects the diversity in attitudes toward sexuality and cultural acceptance in an ever-modernizing society. In reality, Colombian culture is incredibly rich and varied, with many different customs and traditions, but this behavior is likely not a widespread or official part of that culture. Regardless of differing perspectives, Cartagena remains an intriguing city where tradition and modernity blend to create a vibrant and colorful cultural tapestry. Come and experience the wonders that Cartagena has to offer, from its breathtaking natural landscapes to its unique and surprising cultural stories. In the arid yet vibrant lands of Colombia, the Guajiro people, a tribe within the Wiyu group, have maintained unique customs for centuries. Among these, their traditional dance is not merely a cultural activity, but carries deep meanings related to sexuality and marriage. According to tradition, if a woman makes a man fall during the dance, they are obliged to engage in sexual relations. This has sparked much controversy, but also offers an intriguing glimpse into the culture and customs of this tribe. The Guajiro people primarily live in the Guajira region, at the northernmost tip of Colombia, a place known for its pristine landscapes and diverse cultural traditions. They are a nomadic farming community, with their dwellings rancherias built from natural materials such as cacti and palm leaves. Living close to nature, the Guajiro have developed rich customs and traditions that reflect a deep connection with their land and ancestors. The Guajiro ceremonial dance is far from being just a playful activity. In this dance, if a woman causes a man to fall, traditional rules dictate that they must have sexual relations, which can sometimes lead to marriage. This custom originates from various cultural, social, and historical factors within the Wiyu tribe. It may have existed for centuries within the Wiyu community. The dance is not just a fun activity, but also a way to express the interconnectedness of community members. Additionally, participating in the dance is seen as a means of demonstrating the ability to build relationships and forge social connections. Sexual relations after the dance can symbolize maturity and responsibility within the community. In many indigenous cultures, sexuality is more than just a physical act, it is part of cultural rituals. The Guajiro may view lovemaking after the dance as a sacred ritual. This act is not only seen as an expression of communication and attraction, but is also considered an important step in the coming-of-age process for young people within the community. Sexual relations following the dance can create deep connections between younger generations in the tribe. Sexuality is often an essential part of cultural rituals. For the Guajiro, having sex after the dance may be seen as a sacred act that strengthens social and familial ties. Another significant aspect of Guajiro culture is the evolving role of leadership, particularly with the increasing empowerment of women within the community. The appointment of Neris Uriana as the tribe's first female leader in 2005 marked an important turning point. This not only reflects a change in the tribe's governance, but also shows the recognition of women's roles in society. Notably in Guajiro culture, women play crucial roles, not only within the family but also in community decision-making. They are seen as vital figures in maintaining and developing customs and traditions. With the rise of tourism, many visitors come to explore the land of the Guajiro, learning about their culture and customs. However, this has also raised many questions and controversies. Visitors are encouraged to understand and respect local customs, including the dance and the rules surrounding it. Understanding and respecting indigenous culture can lead to positive experiences for both tourists and the community. Some customs may be controversial in the modern context, but preserving and developing traditional culture remains a vital part of Guajiro life. They are striving to find a balance between tradition and modernity in their way of life and community governance. However, it is important to clarify some considerations about this custom. The Guajiro have many distinctive customs, and dancing is often seen as part of social rituals. However, the specific detail of engaging in sexual relations after dancing may not be clearly documented in oral traditions. Some observations and reports from travelers or people who have lived among this community may emphasize the connection between dancing and sexuality. But these views could be personal and may not reflect all aspects of Guajiro culture. Moreover, like many other cultures, customs and traditions can evolve over time. This could lead to some traditions becoming less common or undergoing changes. Some within the Guajiro community may see this custom as a natural part of their culture and society, while others may disagree or have differing perspectives on it. The tradition involving the Guajiro ceremonial dance reflects a profound part of the Wayu tribe's culture and society. While the exact origins of this custom may be unclear, it has undoubtedly developed over centuries, representing the Guajiro's values and beliefs surrounding sexuality, marriage, and maturity. The preservation of this custom is not just a way to maintain culture, but also a part of the community's identity. However, it is important to note that there is limited official documentation or scientific research to confirm this specific practice. Before officially stepping into married life, Colombians often host two lively parties to celebrate the last day of being single, known as Despedida de Soltero bachelor party for men and Despedida de Soltera bachelorette party for women. These festivities are not just an opportunity for fun, but also deeply rooted in Colombia's unique culture. Combining tradition and modernity, these parties offer vibrant experiences that are hard to find anywhere else in the world. While in many other countries, bachelor parties typically revolve around meeting friends, drinking, and participating in fun games, in Colombia, these events take on a distinctive rebellious twist. Friends of the bride and groom not only organize traditional games, but also invite sexy dancers to participate in the celebrations. At the Despedida de Soltero for men, hiring exotic dancers is often an essential part of the festivities. This not only adds to the lively atmosphere, but also honors the groom's final freedom before entering married life. With a vibrant ambience and sensual dances, the bachelor party for men in Colombia can be seen as a festival of energy release before marriage. Not to be outdone, the Despedida de Soltera for women also delivers explosive moments. Rather than just being casual gatherings, future brides often experience a night full of surprises as their friends arrange performances by male dancers or invite artists to entertain with sensual elements. However, in addition to the lively performances, women's bachelorette parties also include many other fun activities, from provocative games to marriage advice from experienced friends. A key element of the bachelor parties in Colombia is the high entertainment value of the games. Particularly, gender-challenging games are a popular feature. For instance, at men's Despedida de Soltero parties, the groom may have to participate in challenges related to answering questions about his fiancée or completing fun tasks presented by friends to test his skills and spirit. The games at Despedida de Soltera parties also carry humorous and provocative elements. Future brides often have to participate in challenges such as answering questions about marriage and sex, or even wearing provocative outfits that friends prepare for them. Attendees often bring humorous gifts such as lingerie, sex toys, or bold decorations to celebrate this special occasion. Although bachelor parties in Colombia are often highly entertaining and occasionally edgy, they also serve as a chance to strengthen friendships and solidarity among participants. This is an opportunity for friends and family to become closer to the bride and groom, sharing blessings and advice for the upcoming married life. The spirit of unity in the Despedida de Soltero and Despedida de Soltera parties truly creates a joyful space where everyone can laugh, have fun, and bid farewell to single life with memorable moments. What's intriguing about bachelor parties in Colombia is the interplay between tradition and modernity. In a country where traditional family values still hold strong, events like Despedida de Soltero and Despedida de Soltera reflect a shift in thinking about sexuality and marriage. These parties have transcended the confines of regular celebrations, becoming events where people can be more open about sexual issues and relationships between the genders, while many still hold traditional views on maintaining purity. Before marriage, bachelor parties in Colombia seem to create a freer space where boundaries are pushed further to challenge and celebrate the freedom of life before marriage. Sex tourism and legal prostitution in the Paisas region of Colombia is a complex topic, intertwined with cultural, economic, and social factors. When visiting these beautiful lands, travelers are not only drawn to the stunning natural landscapes and rich culture, but also to the existence of a thriving sex industry. This article delves into each aspect of this phenomenon, from the cultural and social context to the legal framework and the associated ethical and social issues. The Paisas region, located in northwestern Colombia, is known for its majestic mountains, lush valleys, and bustling cities like Medellin. It is a melting pot of diverse cultures, where music, art, and traditions have been preserved and developed over generations. However, alongside these beauties, the area faces numerous social challenges. Social conditions in many urban areas of Paisas are affected by poverty, unemployment, and stark class divisions. This has created a conducive environment for the growth of prostitution as a livelihood option for many, especially women. Statistics show that a significant portion of those working in the sex industry come from impoverished backgrounds, where they have limited career options. The disparity in living conditions has led to the existence of prostitution as a means of making quick money, creating complex social conflicts. Prostitution in Colombia is not considered a crime, but the legal framework governing this activity varies between regions. In some major cities, such as Medellin, local authorities have implemented regulations aimed at protecting the rights of those working in the sex industry. This includes creating a safe and legal working environment for them, while preventing exploitative practices. However, despite the legality of prostitution, many sex workers still face challenges related to safety and health. Non-governmental organizations and social programs have been established to support sex workers, helping them raise awareness about reproductive health and protect their rights. These efforts aim to mitigate risks for those working in this sector while creating a fairer working environment. The Paisas region has become an attractive destination for many tourists, especially those seeking sexual experiences. The combination of an open sexual culture and the availability of prostitution services has created an enticing environment for those looking to explore this aspect of life. Tourists are often encouraged to engage in local cultural activities while being advised to respect the customs and regulations of the community. However, sex tourism is not merely an adventure, it can also lead to changes in the perceptions and behaviors of local residents. Actions that may have once been considered inappropriate can become normalized with the involvement of tourists. This creates profound impacts on the culture and values of the community, leading to debates about the effects of sex tourism on the cultural identity of the Guajiro people. Alongside the positive aspects, sex tourism and legal prostitution also raise significant ethical and social issues. While some individuals working in this industry may earn a stable income, many others find themselves in situations of exploitation and abuse. Opponents of the sex industry argue that it harms women and creates negative repercussions for the entire community. Addressing this issue is not straightforward. To mitigate the negative impact of sex tourism and prostitution, education and awareness raising regarding rights and health for workers in this sector are essential. Social programs can help improve their living and working conditions while protecting their rights from abusive practices. Overall, sex tourism and legal prostitution in the Paisas region represent a complex phenomenon that reflects the interplay of various cultural, social, and economic factors. While it may provide certain benefits to communities and individuals, the serious issues it poses cannot be overlooked. Approaching this topic with sensitivity and respect for local culture is crucial to gaining a deeper understanding of its impacts. In the modern context, creating a safe and fair environment for those working in the sex industry is a necessary task. Communities and authorities must collaborate to develop effective solutions while preserving the unique cultural values of the Paisas region. In this way, sex tourism can become a positive aspect of local culture, safeguarding the rights and safety of everyone involved. From traditional customs to controversial practices, Colombia presents a diverse and complex picture of sexuality and culture. While customs like mothers-in-law supervising their sons-in-law on the wedding night or unique sexual experiences may surprise many, they also reflect a distinct way of life and mindset among the local people. The legalization of prostitution and the growth of sex tourism further open discussions about rights, safety, and ethics within society. Exploring these issues not only deepens our understanding of Colombian culture, but also provides insight into how traditions, customs, and modern practices are shaping people's lives in an increasingly globalized world.